and a body of 10 or 15,000 guards will strike terror into the most numerous populace, whose licentious fury was the first sign of the decline of the Roman Empire. You're not listening.
Yes, I am.
All right, what was the first symptom?
The first symptom?
Yes.
Chills, fever.
The Praetorian Guards, 10,000 furious, licentious men.
Were any of them cute?
Cute? They were Romans.
Spider Callahan has a Roman nose. He's cute.
He gives me the creeps.
So that's why they call him Spider.
Is anybody interested in graduating, or would you like to repeat?
Graduation. I can hardly wait.
It'll be wonderful.
Imagine being turned loose onto the world.
Yeah.
But what if it's the other way around?
Well, you'll never find out if you get another 0 on your history quiz.
A 0? Betty?
A goose egg.
Now I've heard everything.
I suppose it's useless to remark that I didn't know any of the answers.
Oh, well, glad you kept them secret. We wouldn't want confidential information about the Roman Empire to leak out.
Oh, stop.
Actually, she did know the answers.
Then why?
She couldn't read the question.
How did you know?
Betty Anderson, as your dearest friend, I know your vision is not 20/20. You can't read the blackboard from the 8th row without your glasses.
I guess not.
Why didn't you tell the teacher you forgot them at home?
Because they were in her purse.
Janie!
Why would a girl flunk an exam rather than put on her glasses? What possible reason?
Oh, who is he?
Who?
The boy in your history class.
Never mind.
Must be some crush. I feel for you.
If he only knew what a sacrifice she made for him.
We ought to tell him.
Yeah.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, it brings out the best in people knowing that they're loved.
Yeah, he might even notice Betty.
He does notice. I caught him twice. Looking at me.
Probably has the prickly feeling on the back of his neck.
Ever since they took off your braces, you have been acting nasty.
There, maybe that's him calling to say he's madly in love with you.
Probably the wrong number.
Wait, don't you let it ring 3 times in case it's a boy?
What for?
Don't be so available. Okay.
Hello? Who? It is. Yes, this is me. Tonight? Well, I'd love to. Yes, I'll be ready. Goodbye. It was him. It was Ralph.
That's the one?
Maybe that 0 was an investment.
He asked me to go dancing tonight.
Tonight?
Should I wear a formal or look more casual?
Well, he's pretty casual, phoning in at the last minute.
Are you sure you can even go?
Of course I'll go.
Well, don't you have to ask your folks?
Ask my folks.
I have to get permission for dates.
Not me. I'm 18. That's old enough to be drafted.
Wish my father would see it that way.
Dad's very reasonable. Anyhow, he trusts me.
Imagine a parent being reasonable.
4 o'clock. Just 3 hours to get ready.
I thought you were going for the casual look.
Takes hours getting that casual look.
Well,
What are we supposed to do now? Just sit here and powder her nose?
well, personally, I'm going to finish my Coke.
Margaret, I'm home!
Oh, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, hi, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, hello, girls.
We've been studying.
Very good.
Betty just went upstairs.
Oh, okay. Ow! What?
Oh, my earring! Well, thank you. I've been looking all over for this.
Not at all. Is that yours too?
Yes. We were just leaving.
Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
Huh? Oh, goodbye, girls. Margaret! Margaret, you know that new factory that's going in? Well, guess who's getting their insurance claims? Fire, accident, theft, blood damage, employer's liability. Don't start spending the commission. I'm trading in the car. Margaret! Margaret! Where have you been?
The basement.
The basement?
Jim,
Do you think a machine could have a soul?
A soul? Nonsense.
Our washing machine does.
Oh?
It watches me sorting out the clothes. It thinks I'll get her for this.
Why don't you get it fixed?
The repairman was here yesterday. It worked for him.
Call him back.
It's no use. He turns it on and it works. And then he looks at me. I can't stand any more of those looks.
Now don't get hysterical.
I'm gonna take the clothes down to the river and pound them on a rock.
Margaret.
It's either that or a new washing machine.
A new washing machine?
The next commission you get.
Margaret, how would you like to take a vacation next summer? Maybe drive up to Canada?
Not a new car, Jim. A washing machine.
Oh.
That monster in the basement has paid me off for all my sins.
Well, maybe we can afford both. If this new commission goes through.
Well, it better.
Mr. Brinkworth is coming over tonight.
Who?
Mr. Brinkworth.
Oh, that's the man who called.
Called?
He said you expected him.
Well, yes.
He isn't coming.
What?
His son has a date and he's letting him use the car. He was very sorry.
Sorry?
The message is there beside the phone.
Oh, that's fine. That's just fine.
He was sorry.
He's opening a factory. What if it burns down?
Now, Jim.
Oh, let it burn so long as Junior has his fun.
One day doesn't make so much difference.
I resent our going without the necessities of life because of some young fool and his date.
You're just hungry.
I'm starved.
I'll go start dinner.
Start dinner? It's not ready yet?
No.
What have you been doing all day?
What have I been doing?
Say, you look terrible.
I look terrible.
Are you feeling okay?
Oh, I feel wonderful. What shall I do first? Cook dinner or change into a crisp white pinafore?
What's that?
Never mind. Mother, do I have a slip iron? Check in your drawer. Which one? Ugh, don't be so helpless.
I wish you wouldn't shout at the children like that.
Never mind, Mother, I found one.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hello, Bud.
Got anything to eat?
Oh, just a minute, Bud. You'll have to wait with the rest of us.
That's what I figured.
Daddy!
Oh, hello, kitten. How was school today?
School was so neat, Daddy. I got to play on the swing, and I got a sticker on my spelling quiz, and
Good for you.
Daddy,
Oh, yes?
I want to ask you something.
Uh-huh.
You'll say no.
Maybe.
You will, I know it.
Now, don't be so sure.
Then can I? Really?
Yes, go ahead.
Yippee! Thank you, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
She gets her way, always.
Well, a perfectly reasonable thing like... Well, I'm sure it's perfectly reasonable. Don't eat your candy bar. You'll spoil your dinner.
Want some?
No?
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Dad, I need your advice.
What is it, Betty?
Do men really dislike nail polish?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
According to a recent poll, they do.
Well then,
They say they dislike nail polish, and then they turn around and date a girl with nail polish.
well, that sounds pretty conclusive.
Suppose they don't date a girl because of her nail polish?
Would you like my advice?
Yes.
Play it safe. Put nail polish on one hand.
You don't even care.
Hey, get this. Dad,
Well,
if it takes 3 men working 8-hour shifts, 4 days to dig a ditch, 53 feet by 6 feet by 3 feet, got that?
it takes 3 men 4 days to dig a ditch.
It won't be long now.
You left out something.
I did not.
It's important.
The shovel?
Margaret, we assumed they had a shovel.
It would be just like you to dig a ditch without a shovel.
Read the rest of the problem, Bud.
How long would it take 4 men working 6-hour shifts to dig the same ditch?
4 men, 6-hour shifts.
Got the answer?
No.
Well, you want to see it?
No! I want to read my paper.
Okay.
After a long day, I feel entitled to a few simple pleasures.
Okay.
That is, if no one minds. Can't we eat dinner without all that fuss?
Oh, this isn't for us. This is my garden club table for the show tomorrow.
Garden club.
'Tis thy wedding day.
Whose wedding day?
Nobody's. It's the title. Doesn't it look like a wedding?
More like something you crawl under when mosquitoes get pesky.
Crawl under nylon tulle at 95 cents a yard.
95 cents a yard? No wonder they got you to do it.
You wouldn't say that if you'd seen Mrs. Wembley's face when they read my name. She felt it really was her table.
Ha! Listen to this. Boy 16 elopes with the girl 15. His father let him use the car.
Imagine that.
They finally turned up in Kansas City.
How awful.
What's awful about Kansas City?
When they found them, all they had were $3 and some candy bars.
I know a kid, Jerry Allen. He's from Kansas.
You know, I have to show this to our Walter Brinkworth.
15 and 16, just babies.
Jerry liked it there fine.
What goes on in the minds of young people?
Those candy bars will ruin your teeth.
They probably need a good walloping.
Jim, you don't understand about children. 1 minute they're raiding the icebox and tracking in mud. And then,
And then,
all of a sudden we're grandparents.
Bud, go finish your homework upstairs.
Gosh, why?
You heard me. Go to your room.
I'm always in the wrong.
What did you say?
I don't see why you're so shocked at the idea.
Oh, when I'm ready to be a grandfather, I'll say so.
You won't have anything to say about it.
Why not?
Children grow up. They go their own way.
Well, ours haven't yet.
Don't forget, you have an 18-year-old daughter.
Betty? She's in high school
She'll be out in a few months.
and on her way to college.
I hope so.
Hope so. Margaret, why are you talking like that? Of course she's going to college.
All I'm saying is you can't be positive about these things.
Betty hasn't been acting funny lately, has she?
In what way?
About boys.
She likes boys.
She does? Anyone in particular?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't pry into her life.
Margaret, young people have to be watched.
You can't follow them around all the time.
And why not? Because they're off driving somewhere. In a car.
That newspaper story.
Seems every time I pick up the paper, young people are up to something.
I'd know if Betty were up to something.
Oh, how? You're too afraid she'll think you're being nosy.
Jim, the last thing in the world Betty thinks about is running off and eloping. So why worry about it?
I hope you're right.
Mother, will dinner be ready soon? It won't be long.
I can't finish dressing until it's over, and I'll need at least an hour.
Going formal, dear.
No, I think I'll play it safe and look casual. What on earth?
It's my garden club table. Like it?
Oh, garden club.
It's for the show tomorrow.
'Tis thy wedding day. Whose wedding day?
Nobody's. I'm supposed to do a table for the reception. You know, after the wedding, where the bride and groom go and everyone cuts the cake and they throw rice.
How silly.
It wasn't my idea.
Why don't they just elope?
Elope?
That's what I intend to do.
You do?
Betty, don't talk nonsense.
Nonsense! What could be more romantic than driving off into the future? Just he and I, thinking of only each other.
You'll change your mind.
Never! That's the only way to get married. Supper must be ready. I can smell it burning.
Dear,
Well, Mother, I wanted to tell you not to wait up tonight. It'll be all ours.
Betty,
Yes?
what will be all ours?
The thing tonight.
Hold it. Let's have a little talk.
Now?
Have a seat. I'd like to know more about this thing tonight.
More?
Thing covers a pretty wide field.
Well, there's this boy in my history class.
Uh-huh.
You'll never know the trouble I went to getting him to notice me and all.
Trouble?
Yes, the class is full of cute girls. It's really amazing.
Who is this boy?
Oh, he's darling. Not pretty. Sort of rugged, but not football rugged. I mean, there's too much upstairs, but I certainly wouldn't put him in the
Who
dream...
is he? What is his name?
Ralph.
Ralph what?
Ralph. That's funny. I can't seem to remember.
You can't remember?
Sometimes when you close your eyes, you can't remember how a person looks, if you like them.
In other words, you don't know his last name.
But I do.
Only you can't remember. All right. What about his family?
We haven't exactly met.
You haven't met? Where are you and this Ralph going?
To a dance at Lakeside.
Lakeside? That's an awful long ways away.
Oh, well, he has the car tonight.
He does he?
Dad, could we put our car in the garage just for tonight?
Ours? Why?
Well, people seeing that wreck out front, they get the wrong idea.
By people, you mean Ralph.
Maybe in the dark you won't notice.
Won't notice?
Maybe he's not like that.
Maybe I should find out what he is like.
I just told you.
From what you said, he sounds like an irresponsible young playboy.
He is not.
How do you know? Maybe his father's a gangster.
Gangster? In Springfield?
You've led a sheltered life, Betty.
Sheltered life? Of all the idiotic ideas.
Since when is it so idiotic?
Just talk to Ralph, Dad. You'll see how ridiculous this whole thing is.
I intend to get well acquainted.
Fine. But remember, the dance starts early.
There are plenty of dances.
Why do you say that?
Well, you and Ralph can put on some records and dance right here.
Right here?
Won't hurt to spend an evening at home.
At home? You can't be serious.
You and Ralph can go dancing next time, after I've met the boy.
Next time? There won't be a next time.
Why not?
If you don't know already, then there's no use trying to explain. Mother, he's being horrible.
What's the matter?
He says that Ralph and I can't go dancing.
You can't go dancing.
No, we've got to stay here.
Now, surely.
I don't see what's so terrible about an evening at home.
Jim, are you sure it's necessary?
I spent plenty of evenings at your house.
It's the 20th century.
I'm glad you learned something in history.
Of all the horrible things, Ralph and I sitting around with everyone staring.
You don't have to sit around. There are plenty of things you can do.
Name one.
Well, there are plenty of good, wholesome things to do. Good, clean fun.
Name one thing.
Pop some corn.
Brother,
Gather around the piano and sing.
we haven't got a piano.
Get up a game of hearts.
Jim, I'm sure he's a very nice boy.
That's what I intend to find out.
It seems such a shame to spoil their date.
Spoil it? Spoil their date? Betty, this is your home. If we had more young people staying at home, we'd have more.
I think you mean less.
More
girls leaving home.
There now. You'll be all right.
Getting awfully excited about this.
I'm not excited.
Is she always like that?
You've upset her.
I don't see why.
Ralph's not what Dad's thinking. Ralph's a nice boy.
Did I say he wasn't?
You said he was a gangster!
I merely want a chance to form my own opinion.
No!
Darling, perhaps you can have a good time at home.
Ralph made plans for a big evening with all the trimmings.
Maybe he'll be glad to save his money.
Now there's a good point.
Ralph doesn't care about money.
Aha!
Explain it to him tactfully, dear. He'll be a good sport.
If he was such a nice boy.
He is! I wish he weren't. I wish he was a complete jerk.
Jim Anderson, what has gotten into you?
Me?
Just because you're hungry. Just because there's a hitch about that man's insurance.
You know, instead of analyzing my personality, you'd be better off keeping track of your daughter.
You seem to be taking care of that.
Whoever heard of a kid going into hysterics because she couldn't go dancing?
It's not that.
You know, she ought to be glad to have a home to stay in.
Honestly.
Well, I've never seen anything like it in my whole life. All the time growing... Hold it. Where are you going?
Patty Davis's house. Good night.
Good night?
They invited me to stay over.
Who invited?
Patty's mother, honest. Patty had the idea, but her mother invited me.
Well, I guess.
You can call her up.
I believe you.
Now hold it, Kathy. I'm glad this is all square with Mrs. Davis. But did it occur to ask your own parents?
I asked if I could go.
You did?
I asked you. I thought you'd say no, but you said yes.
Well, you were right the first time.
But you promised.
Jim, if you promise
I
something...
promised nothing.
You said.
Kathy, this is not a debate. Unpack your suitcase.
Mother.
It'd be best if you did, dear. Darling, your dirty pajamas.
I forgot, Mother.
Mrs. Davis would have been shocked.
I'm sorry.
Kathy, why are you unpacking in here?
Darling, your father really knows best.
I'm a reasonable man. I'll tell you what. Kathy, why don't you call up Patty and have her spend the night here tonight?
Over here?
Certainly.
Can we play hide and seek?
Why not?
Oh, dear.
You mean it?
Well, yes. Go ahead. Go call her up right now.
I will.
Use the phone upstairs. Funny how nature evens things out. Betty has the looks and Kathy has the brains. Never mind.
Oh, Boo-Boo Kitty.
Okay, Shrimp, pick it up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What's with her?
Patty Davis is coming over to spend the night.
Oh, Patty Davis?
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving.
But dinner's ready.
Only thing worse than hunger is Patty Davis.
That sweet little girl.
Sweet?
Well, what's the matter with her?
She follows me around. Always right behind me. It drives me nuts.
Now, why would she do that?
I remember. Kathy says that Patty's in love with Bud.
10 years old. I ought to break her neck.
Don't worry about them. They'll be playing hide and seek upstairs.
I'm going to hide right now.
What? Where are you going?
Basketball practice?
Since when?
Since we lost by 26 points.
I don't think so. You're staying here.
I gotta go.
Go? Go, go, go! What is this, Margaret? A sinking ship? Egypt after the Exodus? The nest from whence the birds fly?
What's he talking about?
You're staying home. Your sisters are staying home. We're all staying home.
What for?
Because this is a family, not a nest of hobos.
26 points, Dad. Coach says we practice or else.
Practice here.
Here?
Here?
I'm trying not to deprive my family of a social life, so long as it occurs in this house.
You're expecting a lot from a 6-room house.
They can practice in the basement.
The basement?
We'll be here to watch them.
Jim, you have no idea. Honestly. Hello? Yes, Mrs. Wembley. A meeting tonight. At your house to organize the decor. Mrs. Wembley, I have a previous engagement. No, we're having people in. Oh, you could? Oh, yes, that'd be fabulous. Anytime. Goodbye.
I'm glad you showed some sense.
So did Mrs. Wembley.
Sense, that woman?
She offered to come here.
Over here?
Just a few of the girls. After all, Bud can play ball in the basement, Kathy and Patty will be upstairs, and we can have our garden club meeting in here.
Oh, what about me?
The porch. No, wait. Betty and Ralph have the porch.
They do?
The kitchen. You can fix the cupboard door that won't shut.
Margaret, I have to deal with this young hoodlum Ralph, what's his name, that's calling on Betty. I have to put him in his place. And I've had a hard day already.
And you're going to have quite a night, too. Come on, let's get some dinner. You may need your strength. Kathy, Betty, come on, Bud.
I gotta phone the basketball team.
Hurry up. You know, I think this was a fine idea.
Mr. Brinkworth called. Who the heck is Mr. Brinkworth?
Brinkworth, that was his name.
Why, William?
Of all the ridiculous business, what's his last name?
Who?
I'll tell him his last name.
Go ahead, tell him.
No, I won't. I'm not talking to Father.
Yes, operator? This is James Anderson.
Mom, do I have to dry the plates?
It's long distance.
Can't I just let them drain?
It's the Chicago office.
Dry the plates, dear.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brinkworth. Oh, no. No, I'm not busy. Well, why not? Oh, yes, the contract. Well, yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, I know it's important, sir. Very important. Yes, it'll be signed tomorrow. Yes, I'll have it in the mail. Goodbye.
Anything serious?
Oh, important.
As if you didn't know it was important. As if you didn't know I was moving heaven and earth to get all this stuff done.
Look out, dear. Bud, you know you're going to have to clean up that mess.
I'm working.
With all these people coming.
I gotta lick this problem before the guys get here.
What problem?
If it takes 3 men working 8-hour shifts, 4 days to
Oh, will you stop, please?
3 men, here. 8-hour shifts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days. I need a calendar.
You better go outside if you're going to dig a ditch.
I can't play basketball with this hanging over me.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
You're welcome, Patty.
Her? Tonight?
Kathy! Patty! You're in no fair! I'm the guest. No fair. Guest unit first.
Girls? Girls? You can settle this upstairs. Bud, take the young lady's suitcase up to Kathy's room. Bud?
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing with my soldiers?
They're digging a ditch.
They'll get dirty!
Remember, they used to be mine.
That's a lie. I bought them with my own money.
Children,
You can put in my soldiers if you want.
For gosh sake.
You can have them for keys.
No thanks, and quit following me.
I'm not following. I'm just walking back with you.
You know, I don't think he's being fair to that girl.
so it goes.
Where's my repair?
The washing machine man?
I said I'd get action.
Jim of all the times.
Sign here.
Sign? Now? Shouldn't I sign after you fix it?
Makes no difference to me, mister.
Now, Mrs. Anderson here has been having some trouble with the washing machine.
The engine runs smooth every time.
Without clothes. You'll see, this time it's full of clothes.
You want me to do the laundry?
You take care of the machine. The machine will take care of the laundry.
It's hard to get parts on old machines.
Old machine?
I can get you a good trade-in.
You said there wasn't a thing the matter with it.
Don't get me wrong. They used to make a real good motor back in those days.
Oh, come on. We'll just go have a look at it.
All right with me, mister.
Margaret, where's the washing machine?
Right this way, mister.
There. Every plate dry.
Thank you, dear.
I just don't see why.
Well, the garden club ladies are sure to go into the kitchen, and I didn't want...
Not that. Mother, I've got certain problems. I'm nearsighted, and I don't stand straight unless I think about it. And I never learned to play tennis.
Darling.
I know. Absolutely nothing unique about these problems. But Father,
Oh.
I called Ralph, told him I couldn't go out.
You explained why?
Explain? I don't get it myself. How am I supposed to explain it to him?
Your father's just worried about you.
Why?
He's afraid you might do something foolish.
In what way?
Boys seem awfully important when you're 18.
I'm supposed to wait till I'm 30 and grow out of it?
No, it's natural for boys to be important, but it's natural for fathers to resent it.
Everything's so natural, it's sickening.
He hears things and reads things.
Reads things.
There was some story in the newspaper about a girl of 15 eloping.
Newspapers? He thinks I'll elope?
Not exactly.
My gosh, I just want to go to a dance.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. I'm gonna put this away and check on the girls upstairs.
I wish I were married. Then I could go dancing all the time. What's so funny? Ralph,
Hi, Betty.
I'm awfully glad you could come.
Good. I wondered.
Why?
Well, you said you didn't want to go dancing. I thought maybe you wanted to break the date.
No, I didn't.
Good. That's what I figured. You would have said no in the first place.
I'm awfully sorry about Lakeside.
They have a good band.
I know.
You like to dance, right?
Love it.
Then why don't you want to go?
I do. It's just... Father wants to meet you.
Oh,
I know it seems silly, absolutely crazy.
listen. I know I may not be much, but a person isn't necessarily crazy just because he wants to meet me.
I didn't mean it like that.
How come it takes so long, meeting your father?
Long?
Couldn't I just say hello and then we'd go dancing?
Well, he may want to talk to you. Maybe ask some questions.
Questions?
Not to be nosy, just a friendly interest.
In me?
He's interested in people.
My life's an open book.
He may want to know about your family, too.
No kidding.
In fact, he may ask about your father, what he does and all.
Dad's work.
Not to be prying,
Just friendly interest.
you might say.
I can't tell him much about Dad's work. He's opening up a new place. I'm supposed to keep it quiet.
It's a secret?
Not exactly. Just bad business going shooting your mouth off before the details are all set.
I see.
I never knew you wore glasses.
Oh, I forgot to take them off. I wear them for certain things.
They look good.
They do?
Well, of course you look better without.
Glad I don't have to wear them. They spoil a person's looks.
My mother wears glasses.
She does?
Yeah. She takes them off whenever they're going out to a party or something. Once everyone sees what a raving beauty she is, back go the glasses.
I think I'd like your mother.
She's only kidding about the raving beauty stuff.
Oh, well, find the problem. I don't care if you have to take the whole thing apart.
That's Father.
You know, they ought to train intelligent people to be mechanics.
Father, this is Ralph.
Hello. How do you do?
What do you do, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have picked up some grease. Could you...
Don't. I'll get a rag.
Oh, we are fixing the washing machine. You know how it goes.
Sure. We haven't had much problem with our new automatics, though.
New automatic.
Yeah. Mom's afraid to let the maid use it. She does the laundry herself.
Fancy that. You have any trouble parking your car?
What car?
Oh, I suppose you have some new fancy car. Is it outside?
Oh, no. I took the bus.
The bus?
Well, since we weren't going to Lakeside, there's no point in taking Dad's car.
Well, that's very considerate of you.
I don't understand these people who can't get around without a car. Bus can get you most places you want to go.
That's true. I take it you get around a lot.
Mom says since we moved to Springfield, I'm like a boarder.
Here.
Oh, well,
No use ruining a handkerchief.
what about me?
Oh. Here.
So, you just moved to town. Where'd you move from?
Oh, a small town downstate. Dad figured it was too small.
Too small.
To operate up.
Operate?
It's confidential, Dad.
Confidential?
Ralph's not supposed to go around shooting his mouth off until all the details are in.
Don't make it sound too mysterious.
Well, that's what it sounds like, all right.
Dad's just opening up a new place.
Well, what kind of new place?
I can tell you this much. It might mean a big difference to Springfield. New people moving in.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. A lot of it would depend on what kind of people.
Yeah, Springfield's pretty nice the way it is.
Friendly, you might say?
Yeah.
Wide open.
Dad, he didn't say that. You're putting words in his mouth.
Let's approach it differently then. Need to ask me something, son?
What exactly are you trying to approach, sir?
Well, let's put it this way. Let's say you were Betty's father. You'd want to know something about the boys she were going out with. You know, their character, background, that sort of thing. If you were concerned about her welfare.
I'm concerned, all right.
Good, I'm glad we agree on that.
Jim!
Now, what?
I can't seem to make those girls settle down.
Why not?
They're playing hide and seek, and I appear to be it.
Margaret, don't play games with them. Deal with them.
I can't find them.
Then I will deal with them. Kathy? What's your name? Come out of there.
It's no use shouting. They'll stay hidden all night.
We'll see about that. Kathy!
Listen, I better leave.
Leave?
He's measuring me with a blunt instrument.
Then I'm leaving too.
What?
We made a date to go dancing, and that's what we'll do.
Gosh, what did your dad say?
I won't be around to hear about it. We'll take our car.
His car? He'll have me exactly where he wants me, on Alcatraz.
I'll drive. Take full responsibility. You go out the back door. I'll get my dress, and I can change at a restaurant.
Betty, are you sure you want to go dancing that much?
Yes, hurry up.
What if someone sees you?
Don't worry, there's a back door too. I used to play hide and go seek in this house myself.
I said come out of there. Kathy, come out. Kathy!
Do you see what I mean?
Now I said come out.
Wrong tone of voice.
Oh, what am I supposed to say? Come out, wherever you are.
Daddy!
Well,
Didn't you say Betty had to stay home too?
well, yes, but now
I told her she couldn't go out.
Betty's behavior is no concern of yours. Now, go out.
What happened, Kathy?
I was hiding in her room, and she went to the closet to take some shoes and a nice dress, and she was in a real hurry.
She took a nice dress?
I said, "Where are you going?" And she said, "I'm leaving. Goodbye."
You better go see what Betty's up to.
She went down the back porch stairs.
No.
I was hiding under the tarp. She tripped over me and almost dropped her suitcase.
Her suitcase?
She was running.
Betty had a suitcase?
Margaret, you don't think.
I don't believe it.
I didn't like his manner.
He seemed perfectly nice.
No, he didn't. He was shifty. He wouldn't look me in the eye.
Who?
And did you see his hair?
Whose hair?
Girls, bedtime.
Mother!
Kathy, Patty, upstairs.
What do I... I'll go after them. I'm going after them.
Jim, wait.
I need my keys. Have you seen my keys?
No.
They're probably in the car.
Honestly, Jim, it's probably perfectly harmless.
I hope so.
Oh, dear. Oh, Betty, please let it be perfectly harmless.
No!
I'm glad you changed your mind.
They took the car!
Oh, dear.
You know what this means, don't you? Betty's driving off into the future with a full tank of gas.
You think they've eloped?
What else?
But she hardly knows the boy.
Well, since when does ignorance prevent marriage? I've got to do something.
Let's just wait a while.
For what? A call from Kansas City?
What else can we do?
Well, I don't know. Get the people who know how to handle this.
Who?
Yes, operator, get me the police.
The police?
I need to report a disappearance.
Jim, you can't drag Betty into this.
Yes, officer, my daughter has disappeared.
She might be fingerprinted.
J.F. Anderson, 701 Gately Street. Phone 723-441. Yes, my daughter has disappeared. A description? 18 years old, medium height, brown hair. What color eyes?
It's Hazel.
Hazel eyes. What was she wearing?
Peach skirt,
Peach skirt,
white shirt, and
white
white
shirt,
shoes.
and white shoes. Well, of course I'm her father. Oh, and officer, my car has disappeared too. No, don't switch lines on me. She's probably in the car. Yes. License number 601083. Yes, I'll be right here. Well, and hurry.
That boy, what will his parents think?
Oh, they're probably used to this sort of thing.
You get it. I'm going to my room.
Oh, Mr. Brinkworth, I didn't expect to see you.
Didn't expect to be here. Catch you at a bad time.
No, not at all. Let me take your hat.
Thought we could hash things over, unless you've other plans.
No, not at all.
Go on.
Oh, well, no, I don't really have any plans tonight. Okay, here's the thing. I was talking to my wife and, well, her and I started discussing about how I don't know how difficult it is to run things around this house.
Mine says the same.
Oh, she does?
I tell her I don't know how hard it is, and I don't want to know.
That's a good point.
But I admire your courage.
Well, thanks. I did take her up on it, and figured out it is harder keeping track of the children than I thought it was.
Hate to try keeping track of my son.
Well, you have a son?
Ralph, Jr.
Ralph. How old is he?
Pretty grown up, almost 19. Good kid. Could use a haircut, though.
You don't say.
Quite an age. You never know what they're up to.
You don't happen to know what he's up to right now.
I guess he's at some girl's house.
Some girl's house?
Funny, he invited her to her dance, but she insisted he come over to her house instead.
A dance?
That's why I'm here. He said he didn't need the car. Didn't have to drive to Lakeside.
Lakeside?
Ralph couldn't understand the girl changing her mind like that, turning down a dance.
Maybe she didn't feel well.
Possible. Do you know what I think?
What?
Could be some old fool didn't trust his daughter out with my son.
Imagine that.
Oh well, all sorts of people to make a world. Eh? All sorts?
All sorts.
guess we've covered everything. That limited liability clause?
Oh, I already changed it as you suggested.
Anderson, I admire the way you make quick decisions.
Well, if you're satisfied, you can sign.
Never found someone so willing to see my point of view.
Oh, a few minor concessions. Well, here's the place where you sign.
Sign. Yes. Maybe I'll go over it once more.
Well, if you think it's necessary.
Never pays to cut corners.
A sound principle, Mr. Brinkworth.
Must concentrate on this.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. I'm busy.
Does that guy downstairs have to be in our way?
He's fixing the washing machine.
Fixing it? He's got it all over the floor. Every time somebody runs along dribbling the ball, they trip and yell foul.
Look, you'll have to handle this yourself, bud.
Okay.
I can't be everywhere at once.
Okay.
I'm sorry you were interrupted.
Quite all right. Now, in this area right here,
Daddy,
Yes?
Patty says her father reads her a story every night.
Good for him.
She can't get to sleep without a story.
Well, then she has no business leaving home.
Can we read in bed?
Look, it's getting late. Yes, go ahead.
What'll we read?
A book.
All right, Daddy.
I hope that's the last interruption.
Mister, I don't mean to bother you.
Get over here, but you will.
Them kids in the basement.
Yes?
They have a right to break their own necks, and I ain't scared for myself.
Well, then what's the problem?
It's hard to get parts from them old machines.
Like you said.
Yeah?
Well, tell them to be careful.
Already told them.
Then make them be careful.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, do whatever's necessary.
Okay.
It takes a lot of patience keeping the peace around here.
peace. Oh, yes.
Daddy,
What
have
now?
we got a book of riddles?
I don't know.
Patty likes riddles or proverbs, especially if they've got numbers. She's crazy, but she's a guest.
Well, give her this.
Bud's arithmetic book?
She likes numbers and she likes Bud.
That's an idea. It does have numbers.
And if there aren't enough, tell her to count sheep. Well, I guess I handled that one.
Anderson, you've got enough demands in your time. Let's wind this up.
All right.
Just drop it in at my office tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
If you can get away.
Yes, sir.
Jim, is there any word?
Margaret. Mr. Brinkworth, I'd like you to meet my wife. Margaret, this is Mr. Ralph Walter Brinkworth Sr.
How do you do? Have you told him about
His son is Ralph Walter Brinkworth Jr.
Ralph?
Ralph!
Naturally.
Naturally.
I'll be running along now.
Excuse me.
Johnson, I'm missing person.
Wrong house.
Open up!
Looks like a man selling something.
Hey,
Go away.
open up! Who's J.F. Anderson of 71 Gately Street?
I am.
Then what was this about a wrong house?
It was a mistake.
Okay.
What's this all about?
It's okay, Mr. Brinkworth. What was that, officer?
I have a few routine questions for you.
It really won't be necessary.
I'm not Jeff Anderson.
No. You see, officer, it's about a mistake. Okay, see, the whole thing's a mistake. Really, it is. You don't believe me?
Don't ask me. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, officer, look.
Well, handle your case quietly.
No, I don't want you to handle anything. Really, it's okay. Here, I'll tell you what. You know last year's policeman's ball? I forgot a contribution. And how about a little something for this year's ball?
Put it away, mister.
Put it away?
What do you think I am, corruptible? You've been reading too many stories.
No, it's not.
I ought to run you in for attempted bribery.
Officer, this man is obviously under restraint.
Well, maybe.
Stop and think. A good citizen whose life runs smoothly along, unaccustomed to patterns of domesticity upset.
What are you, a mouthpiece?
I'm merely pointing out the obvious.
Hey, put that down. Cut that out. No!
He couldn't help it. It was an accident!
What?
Accidents can happen to anybody.
Sure, an accident like have you right now.
Dad, he's popped his cork.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going? I'm getting out of here.
Well, but you can't leave until...
Don't say it, mister. I'm getting me a new job. Get over to the elevator at the old folks' home.
I suppose it's no use asking about the washing machine.
You ought to see it. It looks like a truck full of scrap metal overturned in the basement. That guy's a jerk. He said the drain hose was clogged. I say it's not.
Guess you proved it too.
Bud, just please ask your friends to go home.
Just when we get a chance to play? Come on. A fine thing. You don't want me to have the guys over here. It's embarrassing.
But... I'm sorry. It's just been one thing after another, and...
Just one of those days.
Yes.
Guess I better stick around.
Wait,
I'll
no.
stick too.
No, Mr. Brinkworth,
At a time like this, you need a friend standing by.
You better tell him, because I can't take this anymore.
Oh, just a minute. Yes, you can. It's the garden club.
Send them away, tell them I'm sick.
Hey,
Let me make a suggestion here. Keep up appearances, behave as if nothing's happened.
He's right, lady. Keep your lid on.
hello, girls. Come on in.
Hello, Margaret. Come on in, girls. Oh, you have company. Well, really? It's nothing at all.
Just came in to rest my feet.
Yes,
Don't worry, my dear.
You can depend on us.
it will go no further than we girls. Girls, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Brinkworth. He's just moved to Springfield. Mr. Brinkworth, this is Mrs. Wembley, Mrs. Jones, and Mrs. Woolsey.
So glad.
I don't suppose you've heard of our little club.
The Springfield Garden Club.
Also known as the Bloomer Girls.
Make the flowers bloom, you see.
I believe I've heard my wife mention it. Said she was thinking of joining.
Indeed.
She does quite a bit of gardening.
Excellent.
We're always looking for girls who do things.
Of course we are selective. I'm sure Mrs. Brinkworth would be a fine member.
Well, if you say so, my dear.
A friend of Margaret's.
I mean to say that we look for the right sort of person. And I can say this to you because I feel you are the right sort of person.
Well, thank you.
The table, Mrs. Wembley. You wanted to see it? Table? It's right here. Well, girls?
What do you think, Martha?
How do you feel, Gertrude?
Margaret? Yes?
You have carried out your idea. It's lovely.
Simply stunning.
I have just a few suggestions. You do? One or two little things.
Oh, now that does something, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
And of course we don't need this. Always strive for simplicity, my dear.
You should see Mrs. Wembley's table. It's so beautifully simple.
A plain brown cup with a single branch of driftwood.
And such a perfect title, Peace.
It sounds lovely.
Do I hear a siren?
I believe you do.
It must be a fire.
That'll be Perkins. Hope she got results.
We're all pulling for you, Anderson. Ralph!
Here we are, safe and sound.
Nice work, Perkins.
Ralph, come here!
Can't.
Okay, release them.
Father, why did you do it?
What's the meaning of that?
Dad, we were only going dancing.
Come. These youngsters are not bad, just mixed up.
I don't know about that. You got a record, son?
Me?
Ralph, a record?
You'll have to come down to the station.
No, officer. This boy's innocent.
We'll check on that.
No.
You'll do no such thing!
That so?
Get your hands off my son! Ah!
Sir, you're coming to the station too.
Me?
Come on.
Anderson, I hope you carry insurance, accident and liability!
Come on, you.
When I get through and you want to send all the unemployment insurance!
Hey, Mom, you up already?
Where's your father? Where's Betty?
I don't know. Can't find my math book either.
They've been down there all night.
Got up early just to finish that problem. What a house.
You probably won't have to live in it much longer.
Huh?
Your father evidently spent the night in the police station.
Holy smoke. What did he do?
Nothing. That is, I'm not sure.
Well, you can't put a guy in jail for nothing.
He may not have liked the way they handle things down there.
Oh?
But he's in trouble. And I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, Mom.
Don't you worry, dear.
I'll take care of you. Already I'm developing a sense of responsibility.
Where are you going?
Upstairs. I'll make my bed.
Good morning, Mother.
Betty, you're not in jail.
Officer Johnson brought me home around 3 a.m. last night. Have some coffee.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
You were sleeping, so I thought it was no use getting you all upset.
Well, what happened?
Well, we answered a lot of questions.
You explained.
We explained. They were very nice about it.
The police?
I thought everything was going to be all right.
You thought?
Then Father came in, and he explained.
I see.
He said that it was all his fault, and we were the innocent victims.
Well, didn't he convince them it was his fault?
Oh, yes.
Well, then why could they...
He was so convincing that they said he'd have to repeat it all over again in night court.
They couldn't keep him there.
That's what Father said.
He did?
Kept insisting they didn't know how to run things. And what was the charge anyway?
I see.
The charge was disturbance of the peace.
That poor man.
Mr. Brinkworth got off with a warning.
Was he very angry?
Blazing. Can he really get Dad fired?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, what a mess I've caused.
You had plenty of help.
I should go down to the police office right now and explain how it's all my fault.
Darling, no. They're confused enough. I'm going to call a lawyer.
Father!
Jim, you're all right. You are all right.
Just tired.
Are you out on bail?
The judge said he wanted to make an example of me.
He did?
No. Couldn't figure out what I was an example of. Oh.
Father, from now on, I'll do anything that you want.
Thanks, Betty.
I mean it. I'll never disobey again.
Thanks. You know, I came up with something last night. A new policy, which I intend to follow the rest of my life.
A new policy?
Live and let live.
I think you need some coffee.
Live and let live. You know, there's only one thing wrong with it.
What?
I don't know what we're going to live on.
We'll manage somehow.
Well, you can't very well take in washing.
Well, you haven't been fired yet.
Maybe I could just start all over.
Of course we can.
We could move to Alaska.
Must we go that far?
The farther, the better.
I can see us sitting on an ice block, eating blubber.
I prefer Des Moines or Kansas City.
Give me a place where there aren't any people.
At your age.
I mean it.
Darling, you'll meet plenty of boys in college.
College? Don't be absurd. How is she ever going to get to college?
Well, plenty of boys don't go to college.
It doesn't matter, Mother. I'm giving them up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it. They no longer have any significance in my life.
But you're very attractive to boys.
Mother, after last night, what boy would want to have anything to do with me?
Was Ralph Jr. nasty about it?
No, he just doesn't want to see me again.
Well, are you sure?
Perfectly.
Well, don't let this upset you, dear.
I intend not to.
You'll meet plenty of boys. You'll forget all about Ralph.
Mother, don't carry on about it. As far as I am concerned, Ralph doesn't even exist. And I'm going to go get some breakfast.
Get some rest, dear. And don't worry about the work.
I feel like working.
Poor kid.
Yeah. I hate for her to get the idea that life is cruel and unreasonable.
She's just getting the idea earlier than most people.
Anyhow, I admire her spirit.
Mother, we're ready for breakfast.
We woke up early.
You woke up. I never got to sleep.
You did so.
She had a dream.
I never dreamed.
Last night you were dreaming about riding a bicycle.
How do you know?
Your feet were pedaling up and down my back all night.
That's enough, Kathy.
What are we having for breakfast?
I don't know. I hadn't thought.
Can't we have something good for once?
Well, what do you want?
You never get what you want for breakfast.
Oatmeal.
Boiled eggs. Ew.
This morning, you girls can have whatever you would like.
Whatever we like.
Anything.
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Do we have any?
Well, yes, but the girls must eat a decent breakfast.
Live and let live.
Yay! I'll dish it up.
I want strawberry. I suppose it won't kill them.
Probably won't even make them sick.
Who could that be?
Oh, reporters, curiosity seekers.
Well, should I get it?
No use hiding.
You.
Couldn't wait to trample the corpse, eh?
What corpse?
Oh, go ahead, enjoy yourself.
Don't joke with me, Anderson. I've had a sleepless night.
So insomnia has caught on at last.
Jim?
You know, they used to say this was a sleepy town.
Mr. Brinkworth. He's terribly upset about everything.
Never mind that.
You're right. Let's be practical.
Exactly.
First of all, this house isn't paid for. Second, my car is ready for the scrap pile, and I have exactly $211 in the bank.
I'm not interested in your house or car.
Well, the furniture isn't worth much either.
Stop raving and listen to me.
Oh, I'm just pointing out that I have nothing to be sued for.
Sued? Who said anything about suing?
You did.
Perhaps I uttered certain threats. Hard to be objective when a policeman's dragging you by the collar.
Naturally.
Later I asked myself, is this man a fool? Meaning you.
Yes.
Or is he insane?
You couldn't decide?
I went so far as to call up Mr. Higgins in Chicago
Mr. Higgins?
to see if he realized he was employing a dangerous lunatic.
He does now.
The circuits of Chicago were busy.
But you tried again later.
No. Had time to stop and think about the man who stands apart from the crowd.
What man?
Refused to be swayed by popular opinion.
He does?
Believes in his own sense of right and wrong.
Who is he?
You!
This opinion, Mr. Brinkworth, I don't understand.
About young kids, the coming generation. Here's one small boy saying, our kids have too much freedom.
Well, yes, but I realize...
So have I.
Well, yes, but Mr. Brink...
They do have too much freedom. Here's all this indecent behavior being taken for granted. I've even seen them kissing in public.
Who?
Boys and girls, what do you think of that?
Shocking.
Anderson, we need more parents like you.
Well, I don't know what to say.
I wouldn't say anything, dear.
You said it all last night.
Well, yes, in police court. You and your son... I thought you'd never forgive me.
I respect a man who stands by his principles, no matter what the personal cost.
Personal cost?
But that reminds me about that contract.
Contract?
Contract. It was over here at the desk.
Well, didn't you want to look it over first?
Is this what you're looking for?
Yes. Got a pen?
Well, pen. I don't have a pen on me.
Never mind. I will use mine.
Well, you're signing it.
I'll take your opinion about it, the head of a sound household.
Look, I found some Napoleon
And fudge riffle.
What a breakfast.
Breakfast?
Can I have this every morning, Daddy?
Come on, girls, into the kitchen. We don't want you to spill in here.
A bit unusual, isn't it?
Unusual?
Their breakfast?
Oh, that. My daughter's friend. She has to have a lot of dairy. Has ulcers.
Couldn't she just drink milk?
The milkman hasn't come yet.
I see.
That's probably him right now. Yes.
Betty, where is she?
I don't.
Betty!
Oh wait! Stop that! Stop! Oh my!
Sorry, sir.
After all we've been through together.
Now, Anderson, don't be too hard on them.
Yes, but there's a time and a place for everything.
I know you think I'm an old softy, but
Yes.
we must make some allowances.